So I'll show you ways that you can whitewater this adventure of first impressions, even in an industry where you're communicating with people who are often ill, fraught with emotion, and otherwise not themselves. I know you don't see people at their best sometimes, and that makes first impressions even more challenging. What is it like to be serving someone who doesn't want to see you? I can't imagine. And you have to overcome that. I have such a high level of respect for everyone in this room, and even more so after COVID. I know that I've gotten to know some of you as I prepared for this talk, and I know that you're passionate, dedicated people. You care deeply about what you do for a living. You care deeply about your fellow human beings. And I know that you work in a difficult, ever-changing industry. I don't know if you heard there was a pandemic. Yeah, you'll read about it. So I'm also aware that nurse practitioners in the big, in the org chart of things, they get crap from above and below. I know you're in the middle. And so what I'm about to share with you will be very useful. So I want to begin our conversation today talking about two conditions that behavioral psychologists have identified. They're real, and they were new to me, so I'm assuming they're going to be new to you, but we're going to talk about them in terms that you can use them right now. You will use them on the way out of this room today. I promise you that. And the first term is called apophenia. Some of you, anybody know apophenia? Just curious. Apophenia happens when one of us, us, see two situations, right? And we perceive a connection between those two situations. But here's the catch. There ain't no connection. You see two things happen and you assume they're related, and they're not. The other term is the opposite. It's called randomania. I got a kick out of that. Rando, like random. Randomania is the opposite. Two things are connected and you can't tell. Now that's interesting to me, because I've said for a long time, one of the problems with human beings, this, oh, there's a squirrel and shiny object thing, is that we see stuff that's not there, and then we can't see stuff that's right in front of us. It happens all the time, and nobody is immune to this. It happens to all of us. So, an example of apophenia, bringing it to our house today, is that we would go out to the reception, and you would think about exercising something I just told you to do, which is go meet more people, man. And you see somebody outside, but they avert their glance right as you're moving toward them. And you assume, in apophenia, that because they averted their glance, therefore, they don't care to meet you. You understand how that's unrelated, right? Why did they avert their glance? So they heard a noise on the other side of the room and they wanted to see what it was. They were moving away from you anyway, right at that moment. They're on their way to the cheese dip, whatever. It has nothing to do with you. They just averted their glance. And randomania is someone outside averts their glance and you miss that cue and you go meet them anyway and force yourselves on them, right? And we all do this. We miss, it's called reading the room, and we miss it. Okay. Books have been written about this topic. Any Malcolm Gladwell fans in the room? Malcolm Gladwell, huge author. Thank you very much. So his second book, you want to check it out, is called Blink. And he talks about, in Blink, how human beings, rational people, make big decisions based on precious little intel, right? It's called the guess.